How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Apple a Day Part 3. This is the final video in the series where we have been discussing if an apple a day truly kept the doctor away, would you get your apple a day? And I say no, most of us wouldn't. And I've used several examples to support my opinion of how we often make choices that we know aren't good for us. Now in today's video, I'm going to talk about 3 final reasons why I think many of us do things that we know that we shouldn't, and we don't do things that we know that we should. And the first 2, I'm going to talk about how they work together. First, we often don't make good decisions for our life because it's hard. And next, I don't believe that we actually stop to think about the decisions that we're making. I know that it's difficult to start a good habit like exercising consistently or eating a nutritious diet. I know that it's really difficult to stop bad habits like smoking or drinking too much, drugs, being short-tempered with your family. I know these things are hard. And sure, today, it's a whole lot easier to do nothing. But in the long run, it's going to be a lot more difficult to deal with the consequences of not taking positive action in your life. There's a speaker named Les Brown. He's one of the best speakers I've ever heard, if not the best. And he puts it like this: if you don't take action in your life, eventually life will take action on you. I have a friend who was recently diagnosed with lung cancer, and he knows that I'm going to talk about this because we've discussed it. The primary reason that he has lung cancer is because he started smoking when he was 16 years old. And now, in his early 40s, he's paying the price. And so is his family. His kids, his wife, all of his loved ones that are concerned that he might not make it, that want him to be around for years to come, they are suffering too. Now, I know that quitting smoking is hard to do. I quit over 10 years ago, and it's one of the most difficult things I've ever done. I also know that my friend has tried to quit smoking on several occasions, but what he's going through now is much more difficult. Dealing with lung cancer, chemotherapy, radiation, and even worse, watching his family suffer at the thought of possibly losing him because of the choices that he has made. That is hard. I know that life is hard, but I like to say, choose your hard, and you have to make a wise choice. Choose today to make the difficult decision that's going to have a positive impact in your life, so tomorrow you don't have to deal with the more difficult consequences of taking no action at all. And finally, the last and probably the biggest reason that I think that we often do things that we know that we shouldn't, and we don't do things we know we should, is because of a low self-worth. You see, we take care of the things that we value. Just think about your most prized possessions. Maybe your house, your car, maybe your furniture. You will make sure the yard stays looking good, your house is clean. You'll put synthetic oil, premium fuel in your cars. You might even buy a protection plan for your furniture. And you do these things so they will serve you and serve you well. So they'll continue to look good and they'll last for a long time to come. But compare this to the way that we treat our bodies. This gift that we've been given, this vehicle that we've been blessed with to carry us through this life. How do those things compare? And we'll say things like, I don't have time to exercise. But how much time every day do we spend on social media, watching television? I know that I do it. We'll also say, well, I can't afford to buy healthy food. But how much money do we spend every month on the cable bill? How much money do we spend on things that we know aren't good for us? I have known people my whole life who will consistently get evicted from their home, get their utilities turned off, but somehow they have enough money to stay stocked of beer and cigarettes. It's never a matter of time or money. It's always a matter of priorities. And here's the thing. Every time that we make a decision that we know is harmful to us, we erode our self-worth little by little. And the erosion of our self-worth in one aspect of our lives is going to affect the other aspects of our lives as well. Everything is connected and everything matters. And finally, I believe that the biggest reason that many of us suffer from a low self-worth is because of the difference between who we are and what we do. Who we are is up here, and it is made up of our hopes and our dreams. It is us in the absence of fear of failure and judgment, and it is fueled by a voice that urges us to reach our full potential, that tells us that there is more to life than this, that we can make a bigger impact. We can be a better spouse, a better parent, a better friend, that we are capable of doing so much more. But many of us will ignore that voice and will operate somewhere down here, simply going through the motions of life. And each time we deny ourselves the life that we were created to live, every time that we fail to reach our full potential, each time we settle in our relationships, our careers, with our education, or with our health, each time we settle, our self-worth drops a little bit more, until one day, even if we know that all we need is an apple to stay healthy, well, and whole, we won't have that apple a day, because somewhere deep down inside, we just don't think we deserve it. We don't feel like we're worthy. So it is my sincere hope that every day we can make a little bit more progress toward living the life that we were created for, that we will consider the consequences of our actions, and that we will know that we are worthy of the best that life has to offer. That's all I have for you. I hope you've enjoyed this short series, An Apple a Day, and that you can now see these things with a little bit more clarity, and that helps you move just a few steps closer to your best life. Now take a moment to subscribe to my channel so you can be notified each week when I upload a new video. Now please, take what you need, what serves you, what helps you, and what allows you to be of greater service to others. Take only what you need and leave the rest. Thanks.